Alright folks, we're here with Vic, the master Corliss steam engine mechanic. So our issue that was leaking in here. So we had one hole over here, it was leaking, screw hole or something, and it was leaking really bad out of here. Now, I'm hoping that it's the end of one of these pipes. It may not be, it could be something major, and that's why I got the camera along. So we're getting ready to pull this cover off, and we're going to actually hopefully find out what the problem is.
Where's the screwdriver at?
Which one you want there, Vic? Bigger?
Yeah.
Alright. So, believe it or not, we got all these screws out. Oh, I think we broke 2 of them, which is really, really good. Alright, there's that cover. I don't know where this has come from. It may be a leak around the bottom of the valve. I don't know. It's got me worried, though. This could be the demise of the Bates. May never run again after this. Whew. Got a lot of asbestos in there if you're hungry. Well, that ain't no help. Look at that ugly thing.
So we gotta dig this out.
Well, it was leaking over this way, Vic, so we're gonna...
Wasn't this one leaking too, though?
No, we had a big bad leak over here.
Alright, let me get the screwdriver.
Somewhere around in here. So, I don't know. So I figured we'd just pull it off and we'd know what was wrong, but I'm not sure what this pipe was. I don't think it was coming out of that, which it's broke off evidently.
Try to bring this out or not?
I wonder what this was, Vic. Why is that pulled out from up there? Is it possible? I don't think it'd been, it don't look like it'd been leaking right there.
Where the hook hit it?
Well, we don't know.
Oh, right there.
I understand that, but let's, I don't know where it goes to, Vic. Let's do this, let me pull this plug and put an air chuck there, cut the valve off, and then put air in here, and we'll see if it's, where it's coming out at. Alright, we're going to do a little test here real quick. See what's going on, because something ain't jiving with that pipe at all. Alright. Okay, so I put pressure up here, and I didn't realize this valve goes above, or that port goes above the valve. It don't go into the engine, it actually goes up the pipe. So we put some pressure in the boiler anyway. Alright, so now we've got it hooked up to one of these ports, and as you can see, that is our leak. We don't know if this is broke off yet. This pipe maybe was just lifted up out or broke. So we're gonna have to figure it out. So now we're gonna clean out around that. I think we're gonna leave all this in there. We're just gonna clean out around it and then we'll go from there. All right, we can unhook now. We know it's, as you can hear. Okay. So now we know where our leak was at anyway. Okay folks, we figured this out for sure. It's actually unthreaded. Somebody had unthreaded it and it slid up. And not sure why, but we're still gonna clean out around it and try to, I don't know if we'll replace it or maybe just try to clean it up and get it back screwed in. I can put air pressure on and blow it back out if we need to, Vic. Alright, let's see what we can figure out here and I'll show you. Alright folks, we have come to the conclusion.
That's really tight, right?
Is it tight? Okay.
I'd like to have the valve on the outside, though.
We'll go on with it. You ain't gonna break
I don't
it.
want to snap that pipe.
You ain't strong enough to break it, Vic.
Well, I'll be damned.
I told you.
Straight?
A little bit more. Good to go, buddy. That'll work.
Got a level?
Yeah, I want to check it. Get a transit over here.
Yeah.
So, we cleaned it up really good. Thread taped it, cleaned everything out. We got it hooked up. I'm so tickled that that's the only problem that we had. I really thought we had a major issue. I guess it was just leaking through, coming around, and that was the easiest path of resistance. Because we have come to the conclusion that we think that this is dirt. I mean, what else could it be? It sure looks like dirt.
Smells like dirt.
Tastes like dirt. Vic was eating it, but so I don't know. We're not taking it out. I'm actually going to put the cover back on just like it is. I mean, that was the insulation they used evidently a long time ago called dirt. I don't know. You know, it could have been something they used that ended up turning into dirt. Now, I don't think it's asbestos. I don't even know. if they used asbestos in, but we don't have it airborne anyway. We didn't do anything to make it
like
airborne.
Grease.
Yeah, I think it had a puddle of that down there. I think what it was the heat of the cylinder.
Yeah, that's grease there.
It leaked that oil out, but it's okay. That's the only leak we found. Well, matter of fact, hook that hose back up. Let's all right, now close that valve up. That's it. Now we're just coming over at them valves. All right, Vic, close it. Well, you can leave her closed off if you want, and let's put this cover back on. Unbelievable.
You gotta take that screw you broke off or what?
Yeah, we got two of them broke off. So I really thought that this could have possibly been the end of this, because if it was, you know, something on the actual casting or something that was leaking or cracked or, you know, ate through because of you know, maybe a casting flaw or something like that, then I mean it could have been. So I'm so tickled to find out that's what it was. When it happened, who knows? It didn't happen on our watch. It was definitely something that, you know, probably was like that for a long time, but we got it freed up and we've looked it over good. It's not thin or anything like that, so there's no really use to replace it. We're not restoring the engine, we're just fixing everything that's wrong with it. So we've got this packing taken care of. It wasn't hardly leaking at all when we finished up yesterday. Still got a little bit of a noise that I don't like. I mean, it's nothing major, but I'm going to keep working with that. Vic has repacked both top valves. We just added some packing because you know, we didn't know how much it took. We wrapped some, put it in. I mean, we're learning as we go, so that's taken care of. We have tightened that fitting up. We're going to hit it one more time and make sure that it's good and tight. We've got quite a few turns out of it, so I think it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to put this cover back on, put these valves back on, go ahead and we're going to fire the boiler back up. Twice in 2 days, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's one broken off. So anyway, I'd love to have that Bates tag that goes there. I do have a picture of one that is on the one at Denton, and then I found out later that that wasn't the original tag for it. So I may have to take the picture I got and get one made. But all right, let me get this thing back together. Keep all this dirt in here. I don't have a clue what this is. We already know how crazy you are, Vic. Run, Vic. All right, folks, got her fired back up. Still got a little bit of a noise I got to get figured out. I'm fixing to work on that. We've repacked, and really we've got this one leaking a little bit. That one's pretty good. We might put one more round on it. Everything else is good. We fixed that issue that we had over here. About all you can hear now is the exhaust up there. And then we've got very little leaking out of here. Nothing that, you know, bothers me or worries me at all. I got to figure that out. It's definitely got to be in this rod. We will figure it out. But anyway, she's running really good. Besides that, not a lot of steam and stuff like there was yesterday. We're slowly getting things figured out. The only steam we got is up there. Oh, the sun's shining hard. Anyway, up there on the pipe, and I have got what's called a cyclone muffler that was on this thing. I've got to do some repairs to go back on it. But we've got it running about as good as you could ever ask for right now. Like I said, just a little bit of leaking on the packings, but nothing major. A little leaking on that. We can repack it also if we need to. I hadn't tried to tighten it or anything. We pretty much got our leak up there fixed. So, not bad. Not bad at all. For anybody that don't know, this is a 10-foot flywheel. It's about 9,000 pounds. The crankshaft's about 1,900 by itself. Some of this other parts, I don't remember what it weighed, but I think the steam chest and the frame together somewhere around 8,000 or 9,000. And 14-inch bore. It is a 36-inch stroke. It's 10,800 foot-pounds of torque, which equals out to about 10 old semis. So, like I said, we just got one little noise there we're going to get out of it. Flywheel's just as true as can be. Runs great. And as you can see, this, I mean, it's a lot bigger than I am. So. I like it. It's going really well. All right. No. 41 and a half. So it's about half the speed that it's supposed to run. It's supposed to run 85. It's going good. We still got some leaks on the intake force on the packing, but we don't know how good the shape of the shafts has been. May have to do a little more work. I'll give you an idea of the size of it. Back up just a little bit. We'll walk in there. There you go. Now you can tell. Okay, folks. So pretty good day. Got a couple little leaks here. I'm gonna put a mechanical lubricator on it. We're gonna, of course, get this all pressure washed down and cleaned up and start trying to get some paint on this thing here soon. But it's running really good. And matter of fact, we're down to about 15 psi in the boiler. We're waiting on it to go on down. So we're just cruising right along with it. And don't take much to run it, that's for sure. So anyway, we've still got to repack that one. We may do a little work on this one. It's leaking a little bit, but it's not terrible. This is chasing stuff, so sometimes it's hard. We got both bottoms, pretty good. They're not leaking, not bad at all. And then the main seal on the rod's not bad. So the knock I had that was in this thing is completely gone. Got everything adjusted like it needs to be. There's no noise at all. Got a little bit of a squeak that I'm hearing when the linkage or something that I can't seem to figure out. But, well, that was a relief on this, that valve, getting that done. So, but the biggest part of the noise was the piston touching the back coming down. We had this in a little bit too far. And I grabbed the old rod and went by it. We were so afraid that the piston was going to hit the head, and then it ends up hitting the backside, just barely touching it, but enough to make a noise. So got that all straightened out. So, and this was what we had leaking, full open right there, but leaking behind this thing, behind this cover. So we're going to make a new bottom for it. That angle iron was rusted, so that'll be fine. So anyway, we're going to close down for the night. We got everything about figured out and running good, and I think we're running at about 4 RPMs now. It'll go about as slow as you can make it there where you want it to go. There's no reason to run it fast. We're just playing anyway. So, much nicer without a bunch of steam leaking everywhere. So we're slowly working on that. Getting that, and we got our leak pretty much fixed up top, but we've got a little bit of leak on this thing. We'll do some work on it, repack it, see what happens. We haven't tried to fix it yet. So, all right, appreciate everybody watching, and until next time, bye. Say bye, Vic.
Bye, Vic.